The treasure map dupe glitch is back and better than ever. Now, there's a few things that we need to bring with us, and a few of those are going to be roasted clomberries and regular clomberries because we're going to need to find ourselves a treasure map, and Clombo is one of the creatures that gives them. Because we're actually digging up treasure chests, there's a few things that we're going to need. One of which is going to be a shovel in order to dig it up, but secondly is going to be a very strong pickaxe in order to break that chest because it just removes any room for error. I need to show you guys how to get yourself some treasure maps, but I really just don't know what Clombo's doing here. One of the first and best ways in order to find yourself a treasure map is actually to go to the Clombo on the Lost Isles and feed them roasted clomberries or regular clomberries. And the reason why you do this is because not only do you get essence and a bunch of materials in return, but you also have a good chance at getting yourself a treasure map. In fact, nearly every single treasure map that I found in today's video was a product of just using Clombo, even though I didn't get them on this run. Huge shout out to Creative Phoenix for helping me out with this gigantic clomberry farm. I highly suggest building yourself one because it took me hundreds if not thousands of clomberries in order to get a few treasure maps. Now on the Lost Isles you can also do these small raids where you find enemies and find the golden chest that's inside of these buildings or near skeletons, and you do have a small chance at getting a treasure map inside of these as well. They're very rare but can also be found on these very small islands surrounding the Lost Isles inside of those gold chests, so make sure that you guys are checking those out too. You can also kill enemy skeletons on the Lost Isles or go fishing. Now, I wasn't able to find any while I went fishing, but my friend Brooks was actually able to load onto my world, find myself a treasure map just within a few minutes by fishing off of the shore on the Lost Isles and getting myself a nice treasure map. What we're going to do is one glitch, and then I'm giving you guys two tricks to go along with it. The first thing that you want is a treasure map in your offhand with your shovel in your digging hand. We're going to press the dig button and at the same time pull up our menu and drop our treasure map while we're digging. Once you've done that, it's only going to open up this chest a little bit of the way. You could take a pickaxe to it, just continue to jump at one of the corners and completely break that chest to get everything inside of it. Then, because you didn't actually use that treasure map, you can continue to repeat this glitch over and over again, simply pressing the dig button, dropping it from your inventory, and then pickaxing the side of that chest. Now, I only did this a few times in the Grasslands, but you're able to see the type of drops that I was able to get. Blast powder, black and blue sushi, we were able to get storm fruit nectar, as well as regular shell crab. We were able to get so many very nice things that came from this chest just off of 2 or 3 attempts at this glitch. Now, before we talk about the next trick when it comes to this glitch, I have to give a big shout out to my guy Evie for finding this updated version of it. We were able to do this in the past, but they patched it a few times, and it seems that this is now the new trick to it, which is using the shovel and then dropping it, where previously you could just stand over the red X and then dig without using the treasure map, which was always extremely cool. Outside of that, I want to talk about being able to do this in different biomes and the perks that come with it. When it comes to getting multiple treasure maps, because that's definitely something that I recommend doing, especially if you fully plan on taking advantage of this, you want to have at least one treasure map for each biome, not including the storm biome, because that really just doesn't matter. Right now, what I'm going to need is one for the Grasslands, the Dry Valley, the Frostlands, the Lost Isles, and then the Star Wars Island. And the reason why we need 5 of these is because when you open them, it assigns it to that specific biome. So you want to have 5 total treasure maps, but you don't want to open any of them until you're on that biome. So for this one that I have right now in my inventory, I opened it up inside of the Dry Valley, which ultimately allowed me to get myself some Dry Valley materials. So instead of just getting myself regular grassland stuff, I was able to get some things that are specific to this biome, such as ruby and other things, which makes this glitch extremely useful, because what that means is is that I can do this in every single biome or any body of land and get different type of materials from it, one of these biomes. So like I said, the best way to do this is have enough treasure maps to open it up in each biome to gather those type of materials specifically. I also did this on Star Wars Island, and if I had to rate these from best to worst, this is probably the worst place that I could have done it. I did get lucky as far as getting myself a bear pelt and getting even more storm fruit nectar, but as far as getting myself anything from Star Wars Island, it was very few and far between where I got anything specifically from here. I was hoping to get some things to help me out with any type of thermal detonators to use on the Storm King or anything along those lines. I was able to get myself a brute scale, but again, I really didn't get much Star Wars equipment, so outside of scrap Durasteel, it didn't seem like I was getting very lucky. It could have just been a very unlucky go at this, but in my opinion, it's probably the worst place to try to do this. Now, there's also a lot of very nice duplication glitches or tricks in order to get different items in LEGO Fortnite right now before the next update, but one of the beautiful things about this one is not only do you get yourself some bear pelt, but you also get brute scale. And as you guys know, for a lot of the very good charms that exist inside of the game, you are going to need both bear pelt or brute scale in order to make them. On top of those things, they are some of the strongest items in the game, which means that you're going to need even more of these in the future. This is just from 5 minutes in the Grasslands. Doing this inside of the Grasslands is good, but obviously doing it inside of the Frostlands is even better because you're going to get Frost Brute Scale, Sapphire, Iron, Arctic Claw, Frost Bear Pelt, and then obviously the Frost Brute Scale and all of the other nice food items in the game like Storm Fruit Nectar, Black and Blue Sushi, and so much more. Not only that, but you're going to get yourself some cheese and a ton of essence. So if this isn't something that you guys are taking advantage of right now, you definitely need to jump on this before it gets patched. I could definitely see Epic trying to get this hotfix to remove from the game in the upcoming days. They've tried to patch this numerous times in the past, have patched different versions of it, but this seems to be the best method to give yourself a ton of material in the game in a very short period of time. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, guys, this was Crafty, and I'm out. Peace. I had to save this little trick for people that watched all the way to the end. If you guys aren't, make sure that you bring a rift station with you to the location. You guys are likely going to mess up when it comes to this. I have done it multiple times. I've messed up every single time with the treasure map. You want to have a nice rift station there with you. That way that when you do ultimately mess up and you have to go back to your mainland, you do have a rift station right next to you. The glitch still works to where you can break this and still actually use it. So use that to your advantage while you guys are taking advantage of this glitch. But YouTube thinks that you're gonna like that video that's up there in the top left, and you may also want to hit that subscribe button in the top right. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.